What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the AC Milan Career Mode here on FC24. I hope you guys are ready to get into episode number 11, I believe, of season number 2 here with AC Milan, currently sitting in second place with only 4 games remaining in the Serie A season, but unfortunately, we are 6 points behind Inter Milan. They've only lost 3 games this season, so it's looking like more than likely they're going to get first place. You know, it's hard to say right now whether or not it's possible for us to get first place. It is possible, technically, mathematically, but they would have to drop, all their points, and we would have to win all of ours remaining, which we are into the final month of the season, the month of May. We're going to face Palermo, we're going to face Salernitana, we're going to face Cremonese, and we're going to face Monza. Not all in this episode, of course. The first 4 games of the month will be in this episode, though, so 2 league matches and then 2 games in the Champions League semifinals against Bayer Leverkusen, who have made an incredible run to get this far in the competition. They made it out of Group B over Atletico Madrid, Slavia Praha, and Ajax. So, not the biggest competition, but Ajax didn't perform very well. Atletico Madrid is a tough team to get past. They did play West Ham in the round of 16, who was probably, out of all the teams, maybe the easiest to beat in the round of 16. Quarterfinals, though, they get past Liverpool, who is 100% not an easy team to beat. And now they're going to face off against us. So if they can get past us, then, kudos to them. But we're going to try to make sure that we are the ones that advance past them. But before we get there, we're going to get into this first game of the season against Palermo. You guys saw it. They're on 26 points, which is good enough for 17th in the league. But they are fighting to make sure that they stay out of relegation. We're going to have a big say in who's relegated. We have Palermo, we have Cremonese, we have Salernitana. So 3 out of the bottom 6 teams we're going to be facing to end the season off. So we're going to have a big say in who goes down. Unfortunately for us, Inter also play Cremonese. They'll probably win that game. They also play later on Monza. Monza's in 5th place, so Monza could get some points off of them. I'm really banking on that. Then they play Sassuolo, who are down in 9th, so another team that could get some points off of them. And then they play Fiorentina on the final day, who are in 6th place. So it is possible. Inter could definitely lose some games against those teams, but we'll just have to see. We can't bank on anything. We just have to win all of our games and hope for the best. We are going to be getting Christian Pulisic back from injury very soon, but unfortunately in the last episode we did lose Loftus-Cheek to injury for a few weeks, I believe. He'll probably be back for the end of the season, but we'll have to, play it by ear. This game coming up against Palermo is only a few days ahead of our game against Bayer Leverkusen, so we're going to try to rotate the side as much as possible. But unfortunately we are out of a lot of options, so we'll see how it goes. That's going to be Palermo's lineup for our game against them. And then our lineup will go as follows. Some rotation in there, Salamakers and Okafor, as well as Parisi in the back, with Kalulu back there as well. That's about as much rotation as we can realistically make, so that's what we're going to go with. Palermo pushing forward early in this game, though, and Insigne now with it. Going to pass inside. And we give up a goal 7 minutes into the game. We are already losing, so, if we don't win this game, we will definitely not win the league, but I have a feeling we'll make a comeback. Ooh, Calabria to Salamakers. I didn't think he was going to keep that one in. Salamakers looking for the cross. Not going to be able to find Rafael Leao. De Ketelaere will head it back over to Salamakers. And Reinders will have a pass inside to Okafor. De Ketelaere going to end up with it, but Diakite with a good deflection out. 25 minutes gone. We will have a corner, though, and we will be able to swing it in with Rafael Leao. We're going to try to find Tomori at the front post. He does get a good contact to it, but doesn't quite get enough power behind it to get it past the keeper. Rafael Leao will turn this corner and turn it back, but nothing doing just yet. Calabria now with it. We'll go back to the defense, look over the top, and it's just a turnover. Asic down to Diakite, looking for a cross. Kalulu is going to be able to get it away. 41 minutes gone. We're having a pretty bad game as far as our standards are concerned. We're going to find a pass down here to Rafael Leao. And good defending by Ceccaroni. Oh, yes, Salamakers. Good interception or tackle to start off the first half, or second half, excuse me, I can't talk. But we give up possession immediately. We're going to hope that pass goes out of bounds. It does. 49 minutes gone. Like I said, we are not having a good game so far. Quite literally, it's terrible. Not able to do anything. Their pressing has been so good. Salamaker's going to go over the top here for Calabria, though. We'll try to look for a cross inside. It's going to go off one of their players, and that's not going to be a handball. Rafael Leao inside to De Ketelaere, but Diakite is able to get to it before Rafael Leao is, but he sticks with it. Okafor, a terrible terrible pass, at least passing attempt to Salamakers. Salamakers, good move inside, good pass inside to Okafor. Defenders are nowhere to be found, and we will level this game at 1 with 20 minutes left to go. We might get in a sub or two here in a second, and I think we're just going to go with 1 for now. Salamakers going to come off for Michael Elise, who is definitely much better. I mean, Salamakers is okay, but he's not my cup of tea, you know what I mean? Breezy going to find a pass to Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao sees Michael Elise all the way across field. Good touch inside. We're going to look back in for Reinders. We're going to find a Ketelaere. I was trying to just pass that to Okafor, who's standing right there, but unfortunately, it does not go to him. Reinders, oh yeah, overlapping run from Calabria, and it's going to go out for a goal kick. Oh yeah, Reinders getting in a great tackle right there. Okafor, just going to let it run by him, but the pass was too heavy for that to work. So unfortunately, that gives us less than 10 minutes to find a goal, and I think Palermo are happy with just a point here. They're going to find a way to get a through ball into their box. Now, of course, I can't get it off of them, unfortunately, but now we do. Calabria is going to clear it away. I press that button to tackle. 88 minutes gone. We're running out of time. Wow. And the referee is not going to let us move up the field, which means we get a draw. And we are going to definitely not win the league. There's just no way. We get some tough news after that game that Kalulu is looking to play somewhere else. So more than likely at the summer transfer window, he's going to ask for a move away. I mean, he's already asked for the move away, but he's probably going to end up moving away from the club. So that's unfortunate. He was a solid backup for us, solid starter for us last season, but unfortunately just felt like we needed to move in a different direction from him. But that's going to take us to the most important games of the episode. Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League semifinals. We are going to get our best lineup back out there, or as good of a lineup as we can possibly get back out there. And we'll see how we can fare. We're going to get Teo Hernandez back into it. I have a feeling that we're going to get past Leverkusen and get to the Champions League final, but it's easier said than done for sure. And Leverkusen with a very interesting lineup that you can see here. They, of course, got, the normal players like Ngapié, Ta, Palacios, Frimpong, players like that, Boniface as well. But they've also added Lukaku, Correa, and, of course, Kaoru Matoma, who we're very familiar with. Going to be interesting to see how this goes. Let's take a look at their player stats real quick. Lukaku and Boniface with the goals, of course, and a few from a couple of other players as well. And they've got some good players on the bench as well. Grimaldo not getting a start. I mean, it's very interesting, this team that they've got going on here. Hlacek on the bench, Wirtz on the bench, Diamande on the bench. This is going to be a very tough matchup for us, I have a feeling. But you saw our lineup. We're going to start Pobega in midfield. Everybody else is the normal 11, so let's get to it. Lukaku down this left wing, going for a cross. Tomori's going to head that one away very easily. We're going to try to get on a counterattack very quickly here. Jimenez not going to be able to get around those defenders. We're going to look down for, I believe that was Reinders maybe. And then Leverkusen will break forward quickly, and Correa is going to get a shot away. Tomori in the way of that one as well. So that will be a corner, 12 minutes gone. Leverkusen look dangerous. They look fast. And that's obviously very terrifying to play against. Reinders getting a good tackle in there, but it's going to be called for a foul right on the edge of the box. This is not a good position for us to be in. Looks like they will take it short, though. Frimpong quickly around one defender. Finds a pass to Palacios, back to Frimpong, and a save by Acosta. Correa with it in the box. Pass to Kasunu. Good defense by Benacer. Oh yeah, Reinders getting in a tackle on Kasunu. This could be the mistake that we really need. Jimenez took too long to bring it down, unfortunately. We are going to stick with it, though. Rafael Leao, good pass. Pobega. Tommaso Pobega is the clutch player on this team. He hasn't done it as much this season. Unfortunately, he's had a lot of injury problems. But last season, and even now, he's clutch for us. It never fails. Wow, Frimpong is so fast. Just breaks through our defense like it's nothing. Fortunately, he's so fast that none of his team was out there with him. Boniface out here to Frimpong again. Teo Hernandez is pretty fast himself, though, and we'll get in the way of that and get the tackle in. Pobega with a good interception in midfield. Jimenez with it now. Nowhere really to go just yet. Leao will pass it back to Jimenez. We'll back inside to Leao. Look back inside again for Elise, and unfortunately that one will be very wide of the post. Jimenez waiting for Rafael Leao. Good passing. Pobega, yeah, that's never going to find anybody, is it? We're trying to keep the pressure on that back line, trying to get a interception tackling with Jimenez there, but unfortunately, keeper will be able to clear it away. So that's the end of the first half. It's 1-0. Uh-oh, Matoma breaking down the wing. Calabria is too slow to get in front of him. And that's one of the first times we've seen Calabria just mess up. I mean, we probably should have brought the defender over as well. I was trying to bring the defender over, but just kind of stood back. Tamori didn't really do much there. I don't know if I'm supposed to blame Calabria or Tamori for that one, but Matoma makes it 1-1. Ooh, Elise and Jimenez link up to get a tackle in. We're going to look for Jimenez early, and Jimenez will fire it into the goal. 2-1, 52 minutes gone. Matoma skipping past Calabria. I got Tamori over here now to help out, but Matoma sticking with it well. He's a very quick dribbler, so it's hard to get the ball off of him. Puerta trying to find a pass inside, and Calabria does well. Puerta pushing forward, looking for the over-the-top pass. It looks like it's just too far for Matoma, so we'll be out of reach. 70 minutes gone now almost. We're going to go ahead and make some subs, I guess. I mean, I don't really want to take anybody out, but it looks like Elise is a little bit tired. I'm going to keep Elise in. I just really don't think it's going to help us. And then Pobega. Yeah, actually, I guess we're not going to make any subs. I mean, I just don't know if any of those are really going to help us. I mean, like, some players are at half stamina are better than some players are with full stamina, if you know what I mean. Leverkusen have brought on Florian Wirtz, though, which is, obviously pretty terrifying. He is such a good player, especially on this game. Correa going to go for the shot, but Buongiorno gets in the way of it. Good deflection out for a corner. 78 minutes gone now. We have the opportunity to clear this out, and we are going to. Oh, and we're going to give up a free kick right on the edge of the box. Not a good spot. This is easily makeable for them. We're going to have the wall jump, but they jump too early. Oh, and Grimaldo sends it wide. Frimpong pushing down that right wing. Going to cut back inside. Teo Hernandez keeping this right side, decently defended, and then he is going to get a tackle in, which could be good for us in a possibility of a win here. 89 minutes gone. We're going to look inside for Pobega. All of our players are pretty tired. We are going to look down here for Jimenez, who can't quite really get to it. He kind of knocks it out for a goal kick, but that's going to be the end of added time. So the referee should blow the whistle off of this kickoff. And that should be the end of the game, and we should be coming out of here with a 2-1 victory. Lukaku knocks it down to Grimaldo, but the referee does blow the whistle. So we are ahead after the first leg, 2-1, which, doesn't mean a whole lot just yet, but it's a good start. And we've already received an offer for Pierre Kalulu, who has obviously put in a transfer request from Liverpool for 45.5 million. I'm not going to let him go just yet. I'm not going to accept any offers. We're just going to wait until the summer window to see what we get. I mean, if he wanted to go to PSG, that would be a pretty good team for him to go to, a place for him to go to. It makes sense since he's French. But we did turn down an offer for him, a while back from PSG. So if in the summer window, if an offer comes in for him, it would make sense for him to go there. But here's the standings for the Serie A. 3 games left. There's really not much reason for us to play these games. The worst that can happen is that we somehow fall down to 4th place, which is still the Champions League spot, and the best that can happen is we're going to get 2nd, because there's no way Inter lose all 3 games with how they've been playing this year. So we are going to simulate this game against Salernitana, and we'll play the final game of the episode against Bayer Leverkusen, and I guess that'll be the end of it. It's kind of hard to say, because it really, it depends on if we beat Leverkusen. If we don't beat them, and we somehow don't move on to the final, then we'd only have 1 more game remaining that really matters. So it'll be interesting to see. We're going to reject this offer for Kalulu, but you guys will see what I mean whenever I go to the calendar here in just a second, because we're going to have the Leverkusen game, and then we're going to simulate Salernitana. So if we lose Leverkusen, we might as well just simulate Cremonese and Monza as well and play the Lazio game in this episode. So we'll see what happens. We're going to get into this game against Salernitana. This will be their lineup for our game against them. I mean, a team we should be beating for sure. We're going to have some rotation on the side, but still, we should by far be beating them. Okafor is going to be up top. Juro Hato in defense with Parisi as well, but that's going to be the only changes we're going to make. We're just going to make sure to get a quick sim on this, but actually before that, I'm going to go make sure the training plans all look good. All right, and so we've gone ahead and fixed that to make sure that all of our players are going to be fit for this game against Leverkusen coming up. I mean, we want to win here, but it doesn't necessarily matter too much. 4-1 win, Rafael Leao with a double, Tamori with one, and Yassine Adli coming on to get a goal as well, which he hasn't done a whole lot for us, so that's nice to see. 4-1 win. Oh, and this is very interesting. It looks like Man City and Bayern played their second game already. Man City ended up winning 3-2 in their second game and 4-2 on aggregate, so Manchester City will be in the Champions League final. No matter if we get through, I mean, if we got it through, either team is going to be terrifying, but Man City is obviously the best team like in the world, probably. It's either them or Real Madrid, which we already made it past Real Madrid. So this will be Leverkusen's lineup, though, for this game. It looks like they've made a little bit of a change-up. Halajek, however you say that, is going to be playing instead of Lukaku. Boniface moves up top. Correa still in that kind of attacking mid, center forward role. Matoma out on the left, Frimpong on the right. I think everything's basically the same. They switched around in Kapie and Kasunu, but still a very good lineup, obviously. This will be our lineup again. Pobega is going to get the start. He was able to get a goal, so he deserves to get a start in this game as well. Let's get to it. Ooh, Calabria, good pass to Elise. Elise is going to look back inside for Reinders. We will find Benacer, who gets it to Pobega. Going to look to do a little 1-2. Rafael Leao down to Teo Hernandez. And then doesn't continue to make the run. Perfect. Frimpong breaking down this right side. Finds a pass inside to Correa. Keeping our defenders in a good spot. Correa with a backheel pass to Boniface, who shoots it, but luckily for us, it is right at Costa, and he is able to make the save. 10 minutes gone now. Corner all ready for Bayer Leverkusen. Pushing forward. Correa finds a pass to Kasunu, who's not exactly who you want in the box at the ball. And Kasunu again with it on the edge of the box, and Benacer will get a tackle in. Pobega to Reinders. Reinders to Teo Hernandez. Inside to Jimenez. Rafael Leao with it. I don't know why he took that weird touch, but he did. Jimenez going to push forward. Gets tackled by Frimpong, but it will go out for a corner, so decent area to get a corner in. We're going to switch this to Rafael Leao for this corner. We're going to go ahead and swing it in. Looking for someone near post. Buongiorno gets to it, but good save by the keeper. Palacios pushing forward, finds a pass to Correa. Didn't want to move the defender necessarily that far forward, but we did. It doesn't end up hurting us just yet. Frimpong pass inside to Halajek, who will go for a shot. Costa with another save. Still 2-1 on aggregate. Still 0-0 in this game. Obviously, we are hoping that it stays at least roughly that way. Reinder's going to knock that one out for yet another corner. But one thing we should be talking about while we're looking at this game is how good Bayer Leverkusen have been in real life this season. Only like 3 or 4 games left in their season, and if they win all of them or draw all of them, they'll be unbeaten for the entire year. That's a pretty incredible achievement. Correa knocks that one off Reinders for yet another corner. So, pretty cool run of play here. We're just not able to get the ball off of them. Correa now over to Puerta. Boniface. Not able to get it off of him just yet. Calabria does eventually. Frimpong playing a little 1-2 with Correa getting down the wing now. I don't know if he's going to look for a cross. Doesn't look like it. Teo Hernandez still in good defensive position, but not anymore. Frimpong goes for a low shot. Luckily, Costa was there again to make yet another save. Having to play a lot of defense in this game. Correa, they take it short yet again. We haven't learned our lesson. This time they pass it all the way back, though. Rafael Leao down to Jimenez. Jimenez inside to Reinders. Reinders, beginning of the second half. Immediately after the half starts, we push forward. Great passing from the boys. Great finish by Reinders. 3-1 on aggregate. I don't know if they're going to be able to come back from that. Here comes Frimpong down the wing yet again. Finds a pass inside to Boniface. Finds a pass to Wirtz, who gets a shot away. A second shot away. A great save by Costa. Calabria can't keep it out from going out for a corner, though. It looks like they're going to swing the corner in this time. Elise gets to it before their player does, but Hincapie will be on it here on the edge of the box. Finds a pass to Wirtz. Nearly going in for a bad challenge there. Oh, Boniface. Good pass out here to Matoma. Calabria staying in front of him, but Matoma finds a way to get a pass off to Palacios. What a shot that was. Another save by Costa. Teo Hernandez did not clear that out very well, and it will be out here with Frimpong, who makes a terrible pass to Jimenez. Ooh. That player's not offsides? Okay, I was about to say, what the hell? We will go ahead and get a sub in with Salamakers for Elise. 68 minutes gone. I mean, no reason not to, so we will try to continue to push forward, though. Salamakers finds a pass to Jimenez, just offsides. We were one-on-one with the keeper there. I saw Pobega running through midfield, though. Probably would have been able to get a pass to him. And we are definitely offsides, but just barely. Correa inside to Boniface. Back to Palacios. I mean, they've got to move forward. They don't have much time to waste. But they are going to get us out of position. Lukaku actually was in, not Boniface, I believe. Lukaku now pushing forward yet again. Great shot, but wide of the post. Well, I mean, I don't know if we're lucky or if we're just good, but Costa with a lot of saves. Now they're missing shots. It's looking good for us. Oh, Rafael Leao getting a tackle on Palacios. Unable to keep that ball in bounds, but we are going to be able to get some subs on here. 84 minutes gone. I mean, not much left for us in this game. We're going to get Pobega off for De Ketelaere. Okafor is going to come on for Jimenez, and then I guess that's probably all we'll do for now. We'll stick with this team and hope for the best. Boniface to Lukaku. Lukaku back to Wirtz. Wirtz not pushing forward. That ball doesn't hit an arm either. We're not even going to be able to get the subs that we made in because there's just hasn't been enough time to. Jimenez gets taken out, and I believe that's going to be a foul. I mean, it's going to be called for a foul, but it's going to be at least a yellow card. And it will be just a yellow for Kasunu, but it's not going to matter. His time in the Champions League is over for this season, and we will finally get those subs on 20 seconds after added time is over. I think what we're going to do is just chip this one up into the box, see if something can happen. Doesn't look like it's going to. Tamori, we're going to go for a power shot, and it hits Reinders, who gets dispossessed by Todd, but that doesn't matter. 1-0 win in this game, 3-1 win on aggregate in the Champions League semifinals. You wouldn't tell by the reaction of the crowd. It doesn't look like anybody's going crazy. I guess we are playing at Bayer Leverkusen, so that makes sense. But we're through to the next round, boys. Manchester City, Champions League final. And that will do it for today's episode. So in the next episode, we will have a few games remaining. But obviously, two of them are the most important. Coppa Italia final against Lazio. And then that beautiful game right there, Champions League final against Manchester City. We'll have the two league games against Cremonese and Monza as well. Cremonese will be simulated right at the beginning of the episode. We'll play Monza just because it's the final game of the season, just so we can see, that game, and hopefully end up in, second place maybe. First place is out of hand, I believe already, like I showed you guys. But I'll show you guys again just here. 2 games remaining for us. Technically, Roma can overtake Inter for first, but it doesn't look like Inter's going to be dropping any points anytime soon. They'll likely finish on 91, which is an incredible season for them. But we're also going to finish on more than likely 83, probably at least 81. So that's a pretty good season for us. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the squad stat screen. Incredible seasons from Rafael Leao and Santiago Jimenez. 38 goal contributions each. They both have been fighting for the leader of the team in goal contributions, but I mean, both of them have been incredible. I didn't realize Jimenez now has 9 assists in the Champions League, which is insane. But Leao in the league, 19 goals, 8 assists, has been incredible for us. Elise, 20 goal contributions. Okafor, 17, and he doesn't even start. He started maybe 10 games out of 34, so fantastic year for him. 20 from Ketelaere. De Ketelaere, he doesn't start every game. Loftus-Cheek and Reinders, I mean, it's tough because in midfield you would say that's where we need better players, but it's hard to argue with the numbers, you know what I mean? The 7.27 average rating over 43 games and 7.44 for Reinders. I mean, those are pretty good. That's up there with the 2 best players on our team in terms of goals scored. So I will continue to scroll down the team as well just to show you some other players. I mean, Christian Pulisic, 22 games played, 2 goals, 2 assists. I will likely look to move on from him, honestly, in the summer window. It's just not working out for him. He's just not it. And that's unfortunate because I'm an American. I like Christian Pulisic. I think he's a great player, and obviously for America, he's pretty good, as well as Yunus Musa. But in this game, he's just not working out for me. But we're going to get scrolling through the loaned out players here. George Kuipers, unfortunately, I mean, he started a good amount of games, 13 for Sassuolo, but unfortunately has only grown 2 overall. Not what we're looking for. Luca Romero, I was hoping to see a little bit more from him. Up to a 76 now, though. It's pretty solid. And then we'll continue to scroll down, see if there's any other players. Colombo, only 23 years old, now to a 79 overall. He could be useful for us at some point. or we could just sell him and make some money off of him. Either way. And then Sportiello, we don't really care about. Unfortunately, Olivier Giroud hasn't gotten any games for the club, so we might actually bring him on for that final game against Monza or for the game against Cremonese, either way. And then we'll just continue through the bottom of the team. Klulu only has 26 appearances so far. I feel like that's not too bad, but a lot of those have been, just substitute appearances, or he's playing right back, which isn't even his first position. So I can understand his frustration. Joel Hato's had 17 games, growing decently. And then Costa and Calabria down there as well. I was wishing Costa could have got a few more clean sheets throughout the season, but maybe we can end the season off with a few. So we'll see how it goes. But that's going to be the roundup for the Squad Hub for this final, almost final episode, second to final episode. I will catch you guys in the next one. Please be sure to like this video, and please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not already. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.